Well, hello and welcome to another Monday evening. Here we are in Miss G's Ladies Lounge once again. I don't know why this keeps popping up for me. Hold on, let me make sure it's not showing. Okay. Well, we're here once again on a Monday, just ready to go forward in Miss G's Ladies Lounge. Welcome uh, to Miss G's Ladies Lounge. I'm your host, Gwen Finley, Miss G. That's me. I'm excited to be here with you on tonight, and I'm ready to move to the next level in our session on tonight. I hope you're ready. I hope you're excited. If you wouldn't mind, if you're here, just let me know that you're here in the chat. Just leave us a message. Just say, hey, as they say, my house and not speak. Say something. Say something. All right. And then what you can also do is you can share, like, the page. You can like the video, you can share, you can tag your friends and your family and let them know that Miss G's Ladies Lounge, we are live and we are moving forward in our series on tonight. As you know, we have been going through the last few weeks. We've been walking through the series called The Growth Cycle. And so I wanted to close this series out by bringing everything together. And I want to be able to not overwhelm you, but to anchor what truly matters as you continue to grow. Because we do understand that growth is not linear and it's not loud, but it's intentional. The other thing I want to point out is that just like it says growth cycle, there are cycles, and it doesn't always come to a complete stop and a complete end, but it takes and it goes through cycles. So tonight we're going to talk a little bit more about some of the areas that we have spoke on previously. We're going to recap, we're going to expound a little bit, and we're going to bring this part of this series to a close. So let me just first back up by letting you know once again who I am. I am the host here, Miss G's Ladies Lounge. My name is Gwen Miss G Finley, and I am an author. I am visionary startup and book coach. I am also I publish and I motivate. I am a motivator, a mentor, and I'm here to help you and guide you through your development sessions and your development stages. One of the things that I thought about earlier as I was thinking about even that statement is a lot of times we look to our coaches and we look to our mentors and all, and we expect them to have all the answers. But can I just tell you that nobody has all the answers? But some things we can walk through together. Some things we can share and be able to work through situations together. And, I am grateful that I have been able to assist individuals to walk through situations and circumstances, learning processes and, just learning, and we are growing together. So here we are once again in the growth challenge, in the growth series. So let's go further into this. All right, hold on, because Siri is trying to take over my thing here. We're not talking to you, Siri. Thank you. All right, so let's go. Let's settle in. Let's take a deep breath. Let's step back into the lounge. This is where we just make it happen, right? All right. So, as I said, over the last few weeks here in Miss G's Ladies Lounge, we've been walking through this series, and we've been talking about various stages. So, we've gone through the three episodes, which took us through the three cycles and the three stages. So, let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. The three stages are planting, protecting, and progressing, right? Planting, protecting, and progressing. And the key thing that we want you to remember is you don't move through these stages once. As I said, it's a cycle. You move through them repeatedly. And every time you move through them, you're entering a new season. So, in other words, if I planted initially and now I'm protecting and now I'm progressing. When I do it on the next time, I should be able to plant a bigger garden. I should be able to plant, or maybe even just another garden. Maybe I am reproducing something that I produced that was so great and I want to produce it again. And this time I've learned some lessons going through the process, and it allows me to even take it to the next level, right? So these are the things that we have to remember. It's not being stagnant, it's not staying in one place, it's not just doing it once, but it's repeating these stages. And it's going to be throughout all of your vision, throughout all of your business, throughout all of your ministry. There has to be growth. And so cycles, growth comes in cycles, and you have to follow through the cycles. All right, so stage one was planting, right? So while we were talking about planting, one of the things that we pointed out was planting is about clarity, right? It's about clarity. It's not just putting something in the dirt and not knowing what we're planting, not knowing what we're expecting to happen, but it's about clarity. It's the stage where you slow down long enough to ask yourself, what am I investing in? What tools? How does this align? Are the things that we have to consider while we are planting, right? So you're going to ask yourself, what am I investing in? Where is my energy being placed? Where's all of my energy going? And is it aligning with who I want to become or who I am becoming, right? So now that means that you have to be honest with yourself. You have to speak to yourself because you can't grow intentionally if you're planting unconsciously. But if you feel stuck, scattered, or even uncertain, that's usually a sign that you're back in the planting stage. It's not failure, but it's just awareness, knowing where you are in the process. Now, I don't know about you, but there's been many times where I've tried to start something and I thought that I was moving forward. I thought I was moving ahead to the next level, and I thought that I was doing pretty good. And then when I looked, it was like that bud is just not I'm not seeing anything sprouting. I'm not seeing anything coming up out of that dirt, right? I just see the same thing happening over and over and over again. But the other piece to that is having patience. Have patience knowing that the time will come when you will see the blossoms, when you will see the blooming, right? Having patience and trusting that what you planted, it's going to grow. What do you are you happy with what you planted? Are you happy with what you're putting into the ground? What seeds you are sowing? Are you happy with that? And that's what you have to consider. So stage 2 was all about protecting. We're not going to be here long tonight. We're going to get through this, right? So stage 2 was all about protecting, and protecting is where growth becomes real. Because when you're planting, sometimes people don't see anything but dirt, so they have no value of it, right? But when they start seeing things a little bud, when they start seeing a little, some movement, then you have to realize that you got to protect what you started planting. Just like we talked about as we went through this stage, we talked about, in the natural horticultural world, once the plants start growing, all the little animals come out and they're trying to get to what it is that you've been planting. They're trying to get to your progress. They're trying to get to your watermelon. They're trying to get to your squash. They're trying to get to everything, your tomatoes, your sweet potatoes, your peppers. They're trying to get to them because they start seeing and smelling something happening, right? But this is the time when you need to set those boundaries. This is the time when you need to make sure that all the little hunters that are out there are not coming to just, to sabotage what it is that you're trying to grow. But also, not just individuals or anything like that, but even elements. We talk about the elements, the rain, the snow, the sleet. Some of those things do not allow certain types of plants to survive. And so there are elements that we ourselves may um, find ourselves bringing upon what it is that we're growing. And we have to learn how to protect the seed that we have planted, protect what we are growing. So, this is a stage where those boundaries matter and your focus also matters. You've got to learn how to focus on what it is that you want to do, focus on the things that you are reaching for, focus on the goals, focus on the objectives that you have. You have to learn how to focus where it matters. You have to learn how and when it becomes necessary to say no. Now, no, a lot of people consider to be a bad thing, but no is not always a bad thing, because if it's not serving any purpose for you, no is a good thing, right? And sometimes if you're saying no while others want you to say yes, and you're not putting all your heart into what you're saying yes to, it's also going to cause more problems than you need to have. So, learning to say no not only protects you, but it protects even the things that are coming towards you, and or the things that are coming to distract you. And they're not always bad. It may be something good, but it's just not for you. It may be something solid, but it's not for you. This is not the time for you to be focusing on certain things. All right. So, where saying no becomes necessary, that's another boundary that you have to put up. All right. So many women, just they don't stop growing because they lack desire. We talked about that so much. It's not that we don't desire to do things. It's just because we didn't protect what we started. We didn't protect, we didn't build the right plans. We didn't build the right strategies. We just got out there and started haphazardly doing things. I mean, guilty, right? We just haphazardly start doing things without a plan and not allowing ourselves the time to protect the vision and to build the vision, not allowing ourselves the time to even master the ability to plant, master the ability to protect. So there's a lot of times that we will start something and we don't finish it. And then it becomes unprotected, right? Think about the things that you have poured money into. Some of us have poured our finances into something over and over and over again. And they say the definition of sanity, well, it's actually in the dictionary. I did look it up once. But the definition of sanity, doing the same thing over and over again and expecting to get different results, right? And so sometimes we're not protecting what we're doing, and we call ourselves, um, that we say to ourselves, well, I just don't have the desire. But that's not really true. When you start looking in your heart and you start realizing that this is something that you want to do, this is something that you would love to be a part of, and it is something that you want to have an opportunity um, to share with others, right? You want to see it come to fruition. You want to see it manifest. This is what you have in your heart, but you have to protect it. You have to nurture it. You have to feed it. You have to grow it, and you have to water it. Let's go back to talking about watering it, right? There's some things that we don't try to water, but we need to water those things that we have, right? And the things that we are building, we need to water them as we put the seed in the ground. Just putting the seed in a dry ground and never giving it any water, it will never grow. All right, so we're at stage 3. And as we recap stage number 3, we're talking about progressing. And progressing is the quietest stage and often the hardest, because this is where we have to have our trust built. We have to believe in what we're sowing. We have to believe in what we're building. We have to believe. And if we don't believe in it, hmm, if you can't believe in your own visions and you can't believe in your own dreams, you can't expect anybody else to believe in it, right? But there's a time when you sometimes have to just sit quietly and wait. You have to have patience. You have to wait. So this is where we build that trust, and where we remain consistent. The consistency matters more than just motivation. We just need to remain consistent. You know, as I told you all before, I'm just definitely not that person with the green thumb. So when it comes to plants and flowers and all that, I probably am not the one to water it. And so what I end up with often, dead leaves, dead flowers. Times it can be resurrected, but many times it's done. There's nothing else, because I was not consistent enough with adding the water, giving it the nutrition that it needed, right? But when things feel slow, it doesn't mean that they're wrong. It does not mean that they haven't uh, taken root to what it is that you're trying to grow. That's not what that means. It may be slow, but it's still producing, it's still progressing. And you have to trust and believe in what it is that you're trying to grow, that it is still progressing. All right. So, right here, I want you to just take a moment and say to yourself, where am I right now? What are some of the things that I, started, and maybe I just didn't, you know, put the wheel in motion a little bit more consistently, because again, this is that quiet stage. And sometimes when things get quiet, we tend to forget about what we are doing. because there's not a whole lot of noise. We've gotten so accustomed to the noise that we overlook the quiet times. We overlook the quiet moments when progress is happening in the background. So where are we? Where are you right now? Ask yourself, which stage am I in? Do I need clarity? Do I need the protection? Do I need the reassurance just to keep going? Ask yourself, where am I? And then take the moment to decide what you're going to do about where you are. How are you going to progress or progress and make sure that what you are trying to plant or what you are planting, because we're not trying to do anything, we're doing it, right? We're doing it and we're doing it with consistency. We're doing it. How can I you know reassure myself that I need to keep going, that what I'm doing is working, that it's growing, that it's building something, and it's not just time being spent, not wasted, but time being spent without progress. But it's not wasted time. It's not wasted time. There is progress. You may not see it, and you may not even believe it, but there is progress. There is something happening below the surface, as they say. There is a root taking place. Your business it's building upward. No buildings, no edifice, no construction is built from the sky down. There's no skyscraper that was built on the 144th floor or the 250th floor. There is none that has come from the top and worked its way down. There had to be a foundation. There had to be a root. And I spoke maybe about 3 months ago in November. I spoke for my friend Dr. Michelle's birthday celebration. And one of the things that I talked about was foundation, because a lot of times we forget about the foundation. And the foundation is what's needed. That's what's happening up under that dirt. That's what's happening where those roots are growing. There is a foundation, and the foundation must be built in order for the rest to grow. You have to have a foundation. You have to have a place where it all started. No child was born at the age of 30. Matter of fact, they weren't even born as a full-fledged body. It was just a seed. It was just a seed. And it took time to grow. It took time to process. And here is where we have to remember that this stage that we might find ourselves in is not the stage to give up, but this is the stage to say to ourselves, listen, I've got this started. I got it cooking. And I'm going to see growth. But in the meantime, I'm going to prepare for that growth. Right? So 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 here, what does that look like? Preparing for the growth. That looks like getting everything in order. Is it documentation that you need to get in order? Is it finances that you need to get in order? Is it, a building structure that you need to get in order? I mean, what is it? Is it training that you need to get in order? While you are waiting in that stage, to see the growth, you still need to be working and you still need to be moving. So I hope you understand that you don't need to rush the cycle. You just need to recognize which cycle you're in. All right. So my time is up. I really enjoyed this series. We have completed the growth series, the growth cycle. We have completed this series. And I want to encourage each and every person to take time to write out the things that you are looking to grow, the things that you are growing, the things or the stage that you're in, the cycle that you're in. Write it out. And I have a way to help you with that. I have a way to help you with that. So let me just ask you a question before we move on. I want to share this with you. Uh, Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Glad to see you here, Lady Henley. So I just have a simple thing to share with you, and I just want to let you know that this conversation, it really touches my heart, because I know that I have often worked to do things, but got in the middle of that growth cycle, and I'm saying to myself, now wait a minute, am I doing anything here? What's happening? So I want to share with you if this conversation is helping you to think differently as well about where you are right now. I have created a guided journal called the Growth Cycle Journal. And what it does is that it mirrors the reflections that we have been doing here: the planting, the protecting, and the progress, the progressing, right? So it helps you to get clarity. It helps you to figure out how you can protect what matters, and then trust that process. Um, and so I want to share this with you, this opportunity. You don't, if you uh, are ready to purchase it now, you can purchase it, or you can come back at another time, or you can inbox me and I will send you the link, or you can go to um, my website. It's not there yet, but it will be there. It will be there at my actual website, which is gwenfinley.org, O-R-G. But also, I will be placing the link in the notes. But let me just move on over here so you can see what I'm talking about. Yeah, it's really there. All right. So I have put together this growth cycle journal. Let me see if I can make it a little bigger for you. Yeah, there it is. There it is. All right. The growth cycle. It is a reflective, a guided reflective journal for clarity, and focus and trust. And so it is now available for pre order, but it'll be available very shortly. You can click that QR code, or I'll pop up a bigger QR code for those of you that may not be able to see it well. So you can click that QR code and it'll take you right to where you can purchase it. Is only $12.99. I'm not charging you a whole lot for it because I want us to do this together. I want us to grow together. It's just $12.99, and it is a space. It has nice, spacious writing pages for you, and of course, here we are friendly, so it has faith friendly verbiage. It's designed to support your real life lessons of growth, right? And it has guided reflection prompts. So if you're interested in picking up a copy of that, you can. We've got some more great things that will be happening real soon. So I want you to stay connected, because we are going I'm telling you, we are going to the next level. We are not going to stay stagnant. We are not going to be just doing things without any growth. We have so much that God has given us inside of us. And as He has given it to us, we want to be able to share it with the world. Our gifts and our talents that he has given us is not for us. It's not for us to hold within us, but it is for us to share with others. It is for us to share with others who may be looking for answers or looking for direction or looking for support. And so as we grow, we help others to grow, right? So also, if you'd like to just continue beyond this, you can, you can follow me. You can follow me at my Facebook pages, Miss G's Ladies Lounge, also on YouTube at Miss G's Ladies Lounge. Actually, it's Miss G's Ladies Lounge VIP for all of it, as well as Instagram. And we'll be soon doing a little more on Instagram and LinkedIn. And then, this framework is also a foundation of, my coaching work. So if you are looking for support to move through growth cycles and personal development or visionary startup or book coaching, I'm here to help you get clarity with all of that. So we're here to protect what matters and stay consistent in every season. So if you're ready for that support, I invite you to explore on my website. There are many opportunities, and I can help you um, where I can help you. And anything that I cannot help you with, we will work together to find you the help that you need, right? Because that's what we're all about. All right. I want to say again, growth isn't about speed or alignment. And when you understand the cycle that you're in, you will stop second guessing your process and you'll start trusting yourself. So thank you for spending this time with me here in Miss G's Ladies Lounge. Until next time, keep growing with intention, and I'll see you right back here in the lounge. Thank you. Have a wonderful evening.